Welcome to Swad's Kitchen. Let's make restaurant style Tandoori Naan. It's raining outside and we are tempted to try a restaurant style Tandoori Naan now. So firstly, in a bowl, let's take half a cup of warm water. The temperature should be between 90 to 95. Let's add in 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of yeast. So this is going to be active dry yeast. In case if you are adding instant yeast, you can add directly to the dough. Now give it a nice mix so that everything gets combined well. This is so important because in the dough, the yeast has to spread properly throughout. And we can close this and leave it aside in a dark place for about 5 minutes. In a wide bowl, I am taking 1 kg of all-purpose flour or maida. So this is about 4 cups in the measuring cup. I am adding in around a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of flavorless oil. You can go for sunflower oil or olive oil. Give it a nice mix like this. We want the oil to spread thoroughly in the flour. This step is done. In case if you are adding instant yeast, you can add 1 teaspoon at this stage. Now let's have a look at the yeast. See how nicely it is bloomed. Now let's add it to the flour and start mixing it. Let's bring it all together. It's going to be really sticky. Just rub your hands so that you get off all the sticky dough and start kneading again. Please stay tuned in this channel. I'm posting a no yeast naan recipe soon. Now add water little by little. Add a cup of water at a time. You should be able to bring all the flour together. You should not be seeing any dry flour. Once you achieve that stage, you can stop adding water. First add 1 cup of water and then add tablespoon by tablespoon. See, I am showing you how it looks when you add more water. See, this is how sticky it will become if you end up adding more water. In that case, you have to dust 1 tablespoon of maida again so that instantly it will start leaving from the vessel. See how nicely it stopped sticking. The dough will be sticky throughout the process, but we will just dust it now and then and make it more manageable. Transfer it to a working table. Ensure you dust the table very well because it's very important, otherwise it's gonna stick so badly. See, this is the way you have to knead it. It's pull and fold method. You have to give the dough a nice massage for about 5 to 8 minutes. It is definitely going to stick to your hands at some point of time. See, it is starting to stick. See how it is starting to stick. Now add a teaspoon of maida and start doing the same thing. You can rub your hands and release the dough stuck to your hands. Now we have done this procedure for about 5 to 8 minutes. I'm transferring it back to the same bowl. Apply some oil. I've taken 2 tablespoons of oil. Just ensure it is covered fully with oil. This is very important because it should not get stuck to the vessel. Close it and leave it for about 1.5 hours. See, I have applied oil to the vessel and the dough. Close and leave it for 1.5 hours. I've left it for 1.5 hours. Now look at the magic, how nicely it is risen. See how nicely strings are formed. The vessel is completely full. It has bloomed so nicely. It's still sticking to the fingers, but it's fine. See how nicely the punch test is looking. We are doing the punch test in order to release all the air. Now that we have applied oil, it is not sticking much. It's easy and it's manageable. Let's take it out and transfer it to the working space again. Do not forget to dust it with maida. See, if you don't, this is what is going to happen. Let's dust the working space well. We will get around 12 naans from 4 cups of flour I have taken. So we are going to divide it into 2 so that it's more manageable. Always tuck in the dough like this. I will show you 2 ways of separating it into equal sizes. Now cut into 4, separate it, and then cut each into 2. So we will get totally 16 equal sized, medium sized naans. Tuck in each balls like this. Dust it with flour so that it doesn't stick to your hands. And immediately place it in the bowl and keep it closed with a lid or cloth. It's very important because we do not want the dough to dry up. Now this is another way. You can directly cut into equal sizes like this and separate immediately because it's sticky. Again, fold and tuck in each balls by dusting it with flour. Just ensure you use just enough flour to dust. Do not make the dough very dry. Now again in the dusted work area, let's roll out the naan into nice ovals. When you start rolling it out, just ensure it's not too thick. You will also see that it is very elastic. The dough is very elastic. This is the shape and size that we are looking for. Now the naan is absolutely ready to be fried. In a hot tawa, just pour in a teaspoon of oil or butter. Directly drop in the naan. Ensure The pan is in high temperature. It is heated properly. See, instantly it starts bubbling. It looks amazing, isn't it? So this is the sign that the dough is perfect and the yeast has worked well. Now once the backside is browned enough like this, we're gonna directly place it in the flame. You can either do this or you can directly flip it in the pan itself, but doing this is gonna help us achieve the exact taste that we get in the restaurants. If you're making it in an oven, you can keep the oven in its higher temperature and toast it for about 3 to 5 minutes. This is the perfect Tandoori Naan, restaurant style, directly to our plate. I have posted recipes of garlic naan and the most interesting masala naan in the same channel. Please check it out. Also, check the paneer butter masala recipe. Enjoy. Let's eat. Yum yum. Tata. Bye bye from Swad's Kitchen.